Blast off.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder.
Is the sound working?
Yes, it's working.
Okay.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder and president and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow and don't know if the sound's working, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Yep. My shirt is picking up a little bit of the green screen.
You can see it.
I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to turn off the filter and turn it back on again. So anyway,
kind of funny.
Looks like Shauna was first. The equivalent of parking my chair in the line.
Right?
Randy's on from Bakersfield, California. It was a travel day.
Oh.
Marie says hello. Rhonda is on as well. So is Emily.
Guys, excuse my red face. I just got home from a walk and it is cold outside.
Yes. Mimi says hello, Keto Chow family.
Hi, Mimi.
MJ's One Stop is on. Says hi. So he says he's taking time from my book to listen in.
Oh, you're so nice.
I listened to a book while I was slicing up a brisket tonight.
Yeah, when Sam was putting away the dishes, he was telling you a story, and then he realized you were also listening to your own story, so he quit.
Oh, I didn't even hear him at all. I only had one.
Well, he was telling it kind of quietly, and he said, "Oh, Dad must have headphones in."
There's the brisket that I sliced up.
It was yummy.
It was yummy.
And Audrey made a yummy salad that we had on the side.
Let's see. Synergy B3 says hi from Central Florida.
Hello.
Becca says hi all.
Hi, Becca.
Cat is Keto wants to know, has anyone tried Irish cream yet?
Oh, yes.
I have.
Have you?
Let's see. Brian is on. Hope everyone has a fantabulous day. Let's see. Sonny says, Cat, it's like GF International Coffees all over again.
Okay. Yeah.
Dogfather says, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a blessed Tuesday. Completed a nice 2-mile walk and celebrated with a raspberry cheesecake Keto Chow ice cream with some fresh raspberries. So
nice.
Yummy.
I was going to have Keto Chow for breakfast today, and I ran out of time, so I didn't. But tomorrow, I'll do that.
Okay. Sonia is working. Shauna says, hi, Chris and Miriam.
Hi.
Fanny's on. Janice says, good evening, everyone. He says, yo, 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 all dogs. All you dogs. Let's see. Blaine says, greetings. Matreya's on says, my video for tomorrow has lighting issues.
Oh, well, I feel you.
Indeed. We actually have a light in here. Hold on. It's set wrong. Hold on.
You know why? I could tell you why it's set wrong. Because Kate and I did a Zoom call appointment right here, and I turned it on, and I just flipped it to whatever. Oh, that looks much better.
It's set wrong because I had it turned up all the way.
Oh.
All the way.
Well, that looks way better.
Because it was, we were using it for lighting while I was cooking bacon.
Oh.
And so I had the warm LEDs and the cool LEDs on full blast.
So you could see.
So I could see.
Yep. And we had a very bright Zoom call.
And
Kate said, wow, we look very white. Well, we are very white. So just extra
Me, I'm white and nerdy. Andrea's on. Let's see. Carlos says, good evening, everyone. Lisa says, hi, Chris and Miriam. Love seeing your beautiful faces.
Thank you. Here's cray today.
Matreya says, the brisket looks good. It was good.
Yeah,
Kate says, this brisket's dry. I'm like, okay.
It was a little dry.
Well, it's because it was in the oven all day long.
Yeah.
It was wrapped in the oven, but it was still in the oven all day long.
But it was still good.
Yep. Let's see. Gina says, what temp did you cook that brisket? So I did it at 225. No, I did it at 180 degrees overnight. Then I took it out, wrapped it in foil, did it at 225 from like
it was at 170 this morning.
5:15.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
225 from 5:15 in the morning until I left at 7:30, and then I turned it down to 170, which is the lowest temperature
the oven will go.
It was very tender.
It was just sitting there.
Yep. Janice's Irish cream is awesome.
Yay!
Shauna says, anyone who doesn't like coffee is sending me their Irish cream to try. Yeah, there you go.
That's a good idea.
For my boy, says I made the pumpkin sausage soup. Oh my goodness, it's
right. Aren't you glad you finally tried it? It's so good.
You may not believe us, but you really should because it's amazing. Jerry is the first one to say, "Let me start." Irish cream in big bags.
Time out.
Marianne is on from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, hi, Marianne.
Emily says Irish cream keto chow is so delicious. Terry's on from Ramona, California.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I'm assuming that's California. Not
We know Terry. We got to meet her at
really? Oh,
San Diego.
oh, okay.
You know who she is now. You can
Okay.
see her.
Yeah, there you go.
little
Yeah,
thing.
there you go. Joanne says, have a great evening, everyone. Okay. Denise says, I knew it was live stream today because I'm making taco guts.
Yes.
Coincidence? No, it's just Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Taco guts are amazing. Kathy says, good evening, all. Let's see. Tina is on from Everett, Washington.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or as they say in southern Utah, Washington. I don't know why they say it.
They don't say that.
Yeah, they do.
They shouldn't say it. That's not the right way.
And my grandma said Washington. She said Carn, too.
Well, your grandma was not from Utah.
No, she was actually originally from Utah, but she lived in Idaho Falls.
She was a grandma.
Too Crazy Keto says, what's up, family? Hi there. Laura says, hey, eating my creamy chocolate with Lily's chips.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Joy says, hello, first live stream. Welcome, by the way. I had my first keto chow today. Chocolate toffee. So good.
Joy.
Keith, they went to dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings, went shopping for a new dishwasher.
Ooh.
They told us to wait for the Black Friday sale.
Well,
Wow.
that's really nice of that company.
It is. It's too bad that they aren't just giving you the Black Friday.
I know that would be
deals now.
better.
There are a bunch of places that are just doing Black Friday.
I threw away a ton of ads today. Black Friday deals? Okay.
Speaking of Black Friday, we are not yet announcing our Black Friday stuff.
But we have some Black Friday stuff.
We will be announcing it in a bit.
Yes. And we do have some doorbusters too, so we're excited about that.
Blaine says, seeing is our friend.
See, that's our friend.
Joe Ray says, good evening. Nice seeing you again today. Welcome, Joe Ray. Blaine says, that's an impressive smoke ring. Now, it is. This is zoomed in pretty tight.
Yeah, they were pretty small. I mean, look at the Pyrex dish.
Yeah, but I was like, wow, I got a good smoke ring.
It was good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Let's see. Synergy says the brisket looks wonderful. He says, what kind of smoker do you use? I'm using a Rectech Bull. It's the RT700 because it has 700 square inches of smoking area. I really like that you can turn it on from the app anywhere on the internet, which means someone is probably at some point going to hack my smoker. Except I always use unique passwords for everything, but that is a possibility.
Someone can burn your meat.
But you can also check the meat anywhere. It's really quite...
So on Sundays, he's like up in the middle of the night looking at his phone. It's the smoker, dear. I'm looking at my smoker in the middle of the night.
For my boy said, I spoke about it. Jerry says, hi, Brian. Hi, Shauna. Lisa made the pumpkin soup, and it is awesome. Meg says, good evening. Haven't caught a Tuesday Night Live for a while.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
Lewis says, I need a new dishwasher, too. Black Friday better bring some good deals.
Right.
Matreya says, I want all the foods. Nighttime stress hungries, I guess. Today, interestingly enough, I was smoking the brisket. I'm like, well, I could come home and get some brisket and slice it up and bring it to work because I had some brisket yesterday for lunch. But instead, I just grabbed some brisket out of the freezer.
It was great.
It was so salty. It was delicious. And Miriam had some of the leftover
lasagna,
pizza cake.
And then we also had a like a peach cobbler, one of Maria Emmerich's recipe.
Oh, I didn't know that was around.
Zucchini.
Okay.
Oh, that's because we didn't invite you to that.
Good.
Holly and I just split it.
Blaine says, licorice keto chow, please.
Oh, okay.
Synergy says, I'm going to have to try the pumpkin sausage soup. You will. It is amazing.
It's really good.
Sherry says, it's Taco Tuesday there as well. And Nan says, good evening.
Evening.
Matreya says, no, there is no R in Washington.
Washington.
Terry says, Ramona is 35 miles from San Diego. Yep. Which direction? Straight up? Probably. Lisa says licorice flavor sounds good. Pam is making Keto Chow pumpkin.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, this is good evening, everyone. Radical Geek says, yay, Keto Chow sale. Let's see. Karen says, we're in Utah. Would love to meet up with you at your headquarters. We're in Draper.
We are. We're in Draper, and we'll be there from at least 8 to 5 during the week. So give us a message.
Actually, if you just pull up Google Maps and you say Keto Chow, you'll find it.
Yes.
Let's see. Gina says, good evening, everyone. Day 2 for Keto Chow Challenge.
Yay, Gina.
She feels great. Doug Father says, for Black Friday deals, can we order and pay and have it shipped the following week? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. So that brings up an interesting point. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Anytime you want, you could do that. You just have to reach out to us and we can put your order on hold, but it'll already charge your card.
Yeah.
So you can put it on hold and we can put it on for whatever date you need it to be.
So it's you have to contact customer service. Mm-hmm. And this actually came up today during our customer service meeting. People are really happy that when they call us on the phone,
we talk to real people,
real live people. So the phone rings and you hear me saying, hey, let's get you to where you need to go. Mm-hmm. Please listen to the following options. And if you select that you're a new customer or you need help ordering or whatever, that's one, you push the number and it rings our customer service team. Mm-hmm. And if they don't get it in time, then I come back on and I say, hold on a second, let's get you someone else who can help you.
And then it rings to everyone.
The whole company, every phone in the entire company rings.
So if everyone is in the bathroom, but Chris, he'll answer the phone.
I have frequently answered the phone. And I used to be I was the only one answering the phone.
Yeah.
For the first...
I used to answer the phone too.
We're coming up on the 7-year anniversary of Keto Chow.
Exciting.
And for the first 5 years, it was just me. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Okay. Yes, because they're going on a cruise. Yeah, so you can call our customer service people, put any order on hold until whatever date.
Yep, and then it'll just ship out that date.
Yep. Too Crazy Keto says, love my rec tech. I turned on my smoker from a game and it was ready to go and I got home. Synergy BC3 says, ooh, saving my pennies for Keto Chow Black Friday deals. I've liked every flavor I've tried so far, so I'm bound to be happy. This is wondering why my first Keto Chow CREAMi was frozen after many cycles. Had to add additional lemon cream. I don't know. So I've noticed there have been occasions where the top is still powdery, but it's the right consistency further down.
Yeah. But try doing a couple more respins.
Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah, I usually end up between...
You just have to figure it out.
So my chocolate mint today, I ended up with, I think, 4 respins. Mm-hmm. The chocolate peanut butter I did the day before, I did 2 respins, added some actual Adams peanut butter, did a respin, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, but I wonder if because today was in the freezer longer.
They've been in the freezer for 5 or 6 days.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the case. More. It could be frozen harder because it was in for a long time.
Maybe. Shauna says, today I picked up a blended coffee and was voice texting a friend. My phone translated Keto Chow into my coffee, call it lunch. Querido. Janice says, are the recipes on the recipe cards on your website recipes section?
A lot of them are.
Almost all of them should be there by now. Mm-hmm. Usually the ones that are in the Chow Club.
The Chow Club ones take longer to go up.
Yep.
But they eventually get there. So the November and possibly the October Chow Club ones aren't up. We also have a bunch that aren't on there because they're coming up. So that is a thing too. But there are really a lot of recipes on there and most of them are up there.
Right Family's on. And so is Dave S. says, hello, fine folks. Let's see. Scroll. He says, I stumbled onto a YouTube review about various different pellet brands. Oh. And of course, he was trashing the Traeger pellets. Yeah. The same ones that I just bought at Costco. Here's the thing. Heath, you live in Texas.
Yes, Texas Traeger pellets are probably...
They're different. They are. Mm-hmm. At least for the most part, my understanding is that when you buy Traeger pellets in Texas, they're actually made from the wood that it says. Yes. When you buy Traeger pellets almost
Texas
everywhere
is the only
else,
Traeger place. then it's
their alder, which is a hardwood. It says 100% hardwood. Legally, they are correct. It is a hardwood, but they're using oils from the other woods in order to make it
smell like that.
Which technically is what you're going for.
Fine, right?
But yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, Randy says tonight after traveling, we had some ice cream for dinner. I had snickerdoodle. Oh, nice.
Yummy.
And I've been using, as Maitreya points out, the light ice cream button. She says I usually need light ice cream twice, then a respin or mix-in cycle.
Oh.
Karen says, we'll be there. Don't know what day. Okay.
Okay. Well, if you want to message us, message customer service, and they can get a message to us, or you can message me on Facebook if you want to, and then we can make sure we meet up with you. Okay.
So there was a question. What flavors of Keto Chow have caffeine?
Oh, I can tell you that without looking it up.
Well, here's if you Google search Keto Chow caffeine. So mocha is the only flavor with added caffeine. It also has instant coffee powder and cocoa powder. In total, it's about 110 milligrams.
Yes.
Other Keto Chow flavors that contain trace amounts of caffeine. So chocolate and chocolate peanut butter have 4 grams of cocoa powder.
And that has caffeine in it.
Yeah, there's 2.3 milligrams of caffeine per gram of cocoa.
But it's not added. It's just in the chocolate.
9.2 milligrams. Chocolate mint has, 3.45 milligrams. And no other flavors contain ingredients with caffeine. Chocolate toffee doesn't actually have cocoa powder. And caramel macchiato, and then we can add to this the
Irish cream.
They have no coffee nor contain any caffeine.
Just
they only
flavors.
have flavors. That was a very good question, Brian. So thank you for asking that. Rhonda says, I made chocolate peanut butter ice cream. I added a scoop of dark chocolate collagen, a tablespoon of Smucker's natural peanut butter,
great idea.
2 tablespoons half and half, and a tablespoon of butter. Oh, wow.
Yum.
Delicious.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Radical Geek says, yeah, I actually don't like Traeger pellets. I use Bear Mountain or Lumberjack
is what we use.
That's what I use, because if you go on, so we have, it's kind of like Offer Up around here, or like Craigslist. It's called KSL Classified. If you go on any of those and you search for Lumberjack, you will find a myriad of local people who, it's kind of like selling Mary Kay. Except it's selling lumberjack
pellets out of their garage.
Yep. And there's a bunch of guys, and this guy got a shipment in. I bought, I don't know, several hundred pounds of pellets and filled up an entire shelf in our garage.
Yeah, and the smoker that we have fits a ton in the hopper.
It fits 40 pounds.
It fits the full bag, and so they didn't have to fill it out for a long time.
2 20-pound bags. Yep. Megan says, yes, your customer service is the best. I probably need to call this week about my Chow Club, and I'm pretty sure they will be awesome and take care of it.
Yeah, they will.
Speaking of Chow Club, so there are a couple people who ordered the very first Chow Club, got a subscription, and then for whatever reason, their payment has been failing every single time. Like something changed, and our team has been emailing them. I said, well, have you tried calling them? And they're like, yeah, we should probably do that at this point.
Well, yeah, that would be smart.
Dogfather says, will delayed shipping also work with Chow Club box? That's a really good question.
Well, I'm sure we could find your order and put it on hold.
Yes.
Just call customer service and have them find your order for the Chow Club.
Yes, and then they
because it's under your name. Yeah. We should be able to just find it when the Chow Club populates that day. We'll just grab it and put that on hold.
Yeah. So what we would have to do is put an extra comment in there saying, this is part of the December Chow Clubs, but please don't ship it until after December 4th.
Until Jerry is done with his cruise.
That's right. Such a hard life. Yeah. Lisa says, Brian Foster, try pumpkin Keto Chow with coffee. It's good. Let's see. Terry says, Ramona is northeast of San Diego, part of San Diego, rural, about 200 feet elevation. So it's not 35 miles straight up. Okay.
So we could run there and be fit.
I guess so.
200 feet.
My dad, we were in the Columbia River Gorge, and he was running around this is when I was a kid, taking photos of all these waterfalls.
Which means he wasn't that old if you were a kid.
Yeah. And he's like, man, I was like, man, you're in such good shape. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right. We're at
We're at
like
sea level.
200 feet elevation.
Oh, man.
Meg's on from Blackfoot, Idaho.
Oh, she said it's a typo. It's 2,000 feet. Oh, then I wouldn't be running, probably. Because we're only at 4,000 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave did like 5 or 6 respins. Okay.
Yay.
Andrew says your customer service is top of the line.
Thank you. Dave, you could probably just take it, stick it in the microwave for a second. and then try it
Sandra
again.
wants a butter pecan keto chow. So do you.
One butter pecan keto chow.
Jerry says, CREAMi, how do I do it? I hit light ice cream, do a mix. Do a second light ice cream. I do light ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I push the button, rotate it right back on and hit respin. And I do that like 3 or 4 times. Yep. Trial and error. I'll figure it out. Yep. Let's see. Synergy says that they made the chocolate peanut butter just like that today. 2 respins, then mixed in real peanut butter. Yippee!
Nice.
Laura says, it's probably Laura, I just made the shake regular and added some allulose to my cream. My favorite texture is 2 light spins and 1 respin. There you go. Oh, hand mixed respins. Let's see. Crazy Keto says, I have 8 keto chows prepped for the CREAMi in the freezer. Did you guys go to Buffalo Wild Wings? Yeah.
Aw.
Brian says, speaking of respin, can we have the keto chow witch back for a commercial or 2? So the problem with that is she went union.
Yeah.
And so when we did
tried to get it for Rapunzel.
It was going to cost an additional, they estimated like $40,000 to have specifically her instead of someone else. So we're like, oh. Yeah, she's gone on to do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Melanie Stone is her name. Deborah says, Amazon. All right. Rhiannon is on. Welcome, Rhiannon. Patsy says, good evening from Blackfoot. Love the Irish cream.
Patsy.
Hope it will be available for purchase soon. 2 left.
Oh, man. I hope so, too.
Oh, Joe says Traeger pellets in Florida are garbage. They're made from all
over.
Yep. Go. Andrew says, I do the light ice cream, respin, take the container, and run the sides under hot water. Oh, interesting. Respin 2 more times and perfect CREAMi.
Totally. Because all you're doing is just getting it a little bit warm. So it makes sense.
He says, he mentioned the oils plus soybean oil.
Oh, I don't think I've actually read it. But yeah, it makes sense.
I hope they don't put soybean oil.
That would be not awful.
I can tell you that my Lumberjack pellets have a Proposition 65 warning on them.
That's because they're from the ground.
Yep. Joe Ray says, I was hoping Snickerdoodle would be the flavor of the week. Going to order anyway.
Well, sometimes you just need
What's the flavor of the week?
Strawberry.
It is strawberry. Strawberry Go Packs. Patsy made 2 ice cream mixes. Maple nut
Pizzelle. Strawberry Pizzelle.
Doesn't that sound good? That. We actually don't have any strawberry here. We have natural strawberry, but we don't have regular strawberry. Because Haley wanted strawberry waffles, and I used up the last of it.
Oh, I guess I can get some tomorrow.
Anyway. Jerry says I can go to my local barbecue shop who sells superior pellets for the Traeger. They sell multiple brands of pellet grills and of options.
That's awesome.
Jerry is on. Says I'm sitting here trying to recoup from my shoulder reverse replacement surgery.
Wow.
Keto Chow fakes every night after coming home. Welcome back, though. Genesis, maybe the CREAMi will be on Black Friday sale.
Yes.
Sam's Club.
It is. It's at Sam's Club. I don't know. Did we keep that ad?
I don't think we kept the ad, but I think it's on. It's like the.
Should I just look it up real quick?
It's if you have a Sam's Club membership or know someone who has a Sam's Club membership, I think it's right around Black Friday. It's going to be $129 if I'm not mistaken. Lisa says I want to go to Rachel's house. She has plenty of ice cream. There you go. Let's see. Brian says thanks for the reply on the coffee and the caffeine. He says he rated Lumberjack as #1. Yep, it's fantastic. Joe likes Bear Mountain. We can't get Lumberjack down here. Well, you probably can. You just don't have any dealers nearby you. Pam says, how long has Keto Chow had egg white powder? 0 days. Actually, it's more like -4 to 6 weeks. So let's go ahead and address that right now. So you may have heard of.
What was I doing? I forgot.
You were looking up the thing, but don't worry about it. Maria Emmerich is really excited. No, that's the base powder. Oops. Really excited about the egg white powder.
I'm really excited about it too, and I'm sorry we don't have it yet because it's not ready.
So here you go. Please note, this is a new product that has not yet been launched. We do not have a reliable date as to when this will arrive. and be available for purchase. We're anticipating it to be available sometime in December. Now, you can click on this notify me when available.
But
An email
you won't
address.
be able to see it if you have an ad blocker on.
That's true.
So if you have an ad blocker, turn it off for a second, and then the little notify me will pop up.
And speaking of which, California residents question, this only applies to the shakes, and it's there for legal purposes only.
Yep.
And that's that whole Proposition 65 thing that we were talking about. Some of the flavors of Keto Chow have things like crazy stuff like cinnamon or cocoa powder, and that cocoa powder is enough to trigger the lead warning that's required.
Get a free $45 gift card when you join Sam's Club.
I don't think you're on Sam's Club's website. Sam's Club official-coupons.com. So we don't yet have the egg white powder. We will have it probably in mid-December.
Mid-December.
When that's on.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not it.
That's not it. But that's the 25th.
That is the right
is when it's going to be.
That's the right ad.
Joe says the Jack Daniels pellets are really good too. Chad is on. Hi, Chad. Miriam's coughing.
I have a cold in my lungs.
I got the black lung. He says, I have just buying whatever's on sale, but I guess I'll need to step up my game.
He needs to buy a Ninja for the office.
Blaine says, I'll just go out to the pasture and cut some mesquite.
Well, that's a good idea.
Rossiana says, I no longer use the respin on my CREAMi. I run the light ice cream cycle twice, and it's absolutely
yeah. I've actually done that too.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh. I do use this mix-in if I'm adding nuts or Lily's chips. I like to run the respin to add nuts because it chops them up.
Just whatever button my finger pushes, I'm satisfied.
Kelly wants us to bring back guava grapefruit.
Oh, I actually like that flavor.
I do like it a lot.
I think that's good for ice cream. I know some people don't like it, but I like it as ice cream.
Rihanna says, I had to call and talk to Travis yesterday. He was so nice and amazing.
Love Travis. He's so amazing.
And I Create My Life says, Travis helped me with my chow box. He was awesome. Let's see. Blaine seconds the butter pecan keto chow. Marie says, I do 2 of the light ice cream cycles and maybe one respin or one mixing if I'm adding a mix-in.
Nice.
Bev says, love watching your live shows from New Zealand.
Wow. That's awesome. What time is it there?
It's probably very early in the morning, I suspect. Unfortunately, we can't
Up on our morning
to
walk.
New Zealand right now because the postal service will not accept packages for Australia or New Zealand.
Bummer. Is Amazon doing?
I don't know. The strange thing is, just before COVID melted the world, we were this close to having a distributor in Australia.
And they were going to do New Zealand and Australia.
Yep.
And they're so cute. The husband was from New Zealand and the wife was from Australia.
Okay. Lisa says, I'm eating Irish cream ice cream right now, light ice cream, and 2 respins. Perfect. Nina says, have you made an announcement yet about when we can purchase Irish cream?
Yeah, no, we didn't, and we're not going to.
Not yet.
Sorry. Oh,
I could push the button, but you know.
And then I would be annoyed.
Yep. But Bev says, yeah, I can't wait until they start shipping to New Zealand again. Really enjoyed my last order.
Yes.
Mimi says, I resumed my Chow Club box subscription for December today. I have agreed to do no sweeteners and Nisha Berry's beta group, but are so tired of meat, eggs, and bacon.
Oh, how long is her group going? That's awesome that you're doing that, Mimi.
Yep. Nancy asked about the egg white powder. No, not yet.
Not yet.
We will have it as soon as we can.
We do like to not tell about things that are coming because we know it takes a long time. But Maria told everybody.
Well, and that's why I put up the page, was because it was out there and there was a lot of people really excited about it. And I wanted to have a place to direct people where it had a single point of
information.
Knowledge and a place where they could sign up to get notified.
Yes.
Gina says, I do light ice cream and then 2 milk.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, Diane. Yep. Yeah, there you are. 129 at Sam's Club.
And is it just on Black Friday?
It's close. Yeah.
Okay.
Dave says Cole's had a decent sale, came in like $135 and get some cash back.
Oh yeah, totally.
Mike says I need to make some more strawberry.
Can you get Cole's cash for that?
I would assume you can.
I got these pants from Cole's and I really like them.
I got these tactical pants from Amazon and I got one and then I bought 4 more.
They look cute on you.
Okay. Mike says I need to make more strawberry, but I'm trying to use up all my partial full plastic containers first.
Hey, that's okay. I get you.
Lisa says my birthday is in December. I would love a Ninja Creamy. Just saying.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Mike says, is the egg powder price accurate?
Right now. It is.
We're assuming that people are going to be coming in using Maria's 10% off link, which she hasn't even set up yet because she won't set it up until we have it available. It is priced to be less expensive than the J-Rob protein powder that she has been recommending. It should be considerably less expensive.
And just so you know, there is a deal of the day today on Amazon for a really good price for a 2-pound bag of the
Judy's, right?
Judy's. It's a cute bag. It's pink. We bought that brand before too, and it's just pretty much the same thing. So if you want to get the deal of the day, it's a good price.
It won't make me sad if you get a different one.
No.
Gina says, will we be able to mix the egg white protein into Keto Chow shakes for extra protein?
That's a good
I have yet to try that
question.
yet.
I also haven't done it. And I don't know if you want to use like a whole scoop because I don't know what it's going to do to it. But I'm sure you could use some of it.
Consistency too much.
Yeah.
And because when it's dried, they pasteurize it as well. There you go. Lisa says the CREAMi will be on sale $11.29 to $11.30 for $129.98 online only.
Even better. I don't have to.
Even better. Yeah.
Keto Chow CREAMi, here we come.
Let's see. Kathy says, love guava grapefruit as ice cream. Pam says, sign up for Rakuten. Get money back when you order from Sam's. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Sugar says, push the button. Push the button. Good dog, too. He says, Warden and I are packing Keto Chow to be mailed out to our winners from Friday night.
Oh,
putting the post office tomorrow.
So sweet.
Let's see. Oh, as far as launching or telling people when the Irish cream is available.
Yeah. Oh, push the button?
Yeah, Ray Family says, Walmart's Black Friday starts tomorrow.
Oh, I guess I better look at that ad.
Kimberli says, hi guys, had to work late tonight. Will this December Chow Club box be all singles again? No, it will not.
I don't think it will.
My understanding is it will not be all singles this time.
I think we're going to be able to handle it.
Speaking of availability.
We're not going to speak about that.
No, speaking of availability, what's number 2 on the list?
Oh, we'll speak of this. This is good news. Guess what? Lemon meringue is back in stock.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes, it is.
I'm so happy.
I did the quality control test on it this morning.
Hey, on your nose.
Yes, it sure is. On the TV.
Oh, my skin looks bad.
Now, that said, we have no additional announcements for availability.
With anything else that's out of stock?
Yes. Lemon meringue is back in stock. No other news.
We're working on it one flavor at a time.
Joe says, fine, don't push the button. We can get Miriam with this. When are we getting peanut butter and jelly? When will X be available?
Time out.
Mike says Amazon has early Black Friday sales already. Yeah. Brian says, might be a dumb question, but have you considered making Keto Chow chips? I think the world of keto chips has room for a really good one. So it's not part of our core competency. It's not something that we do really well. Now, and then,
I eat chips.
Why are we doing the egg white protein? We're doing the egg white protein because when we were at Omaha,
it's easy.
Joe was talking to Maria. And he came back to me and he said, Maria really wants you guys to do just a straight up egg white protein. I'm like, I can do that.
I said, did you say you wanted egg white protein? And she said, yeah. I'm like, well, that's not very hard.
So we're making one. That's it.
We already know people that make bags. We already have a manufacturer. Yep. We already have a contact.
Yep.
Easy peasy. It's just taking a long time to get the manufacturer, to get a hold of them, to get the product, to put it in the bag, and the employees to
But chips, then you're into cooking and baking and stuff.
Baking is hard.
Bacon is hard.
There is a reason why we have a shake.
Yeah, so that's not a dumb question, but the answer is unfortunate. Oh, there are dumb questions. Don't you think it's about time you audited my return? And don't you think it's morally wrong for you to give me a warning when I was in fact speeding?
Those are dumb questions.
Those are dumb questions. That was not a dumb question.
Nerd.
Kathy says, woohoo, lemon ring. Randy says, we're in Bakersfield and staying in the middle of an orange grove.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
this is a really nice RV park.
Does it smell pretty?
Well, they're probably not flowering right now.
I bet
Sandra
it smells
said,
good anyway. It
okay,
smells like orange.
here's your question. What's the mix for Butterfinger?
Oh, I know that answer. Chocolate toffee and chocolate peanut butter mixed together.
Yep. Either a half serving of each or a serving of each and then split it in half.
That's my ultimate favorite right now.
Yeah, we're out of chocolate peanut butter here at home.
I thought you just got one.
No.
Did you use the whole thing?
We have peanut flour and we have chocolate.
Well, we can make that then.
So here, this is actually a question that came up. So,
I'm sorry.
Moriam, that was their name.
Okay.
Moriam had a question about using Keto Chow that's expired. Is it okay? So,
first of all, that's your own choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I do. The chocolate that we have downstairs is expired, has a hole in the bag with tape over it.
Which was punctured by a monkey at the warehouse.
It was punctured by one of our workers, so it went onto we can't sell this shelf. Employees can buy it for a discount. Do I still use it even though it's expired and it had a hole in it? Absolutely. Because I'm not using it for all of my food.
Yeah, you're eating brisket too.
That's exactly right. So Keto Chow that's expired, what happens is the vitamins start to oxidize and they're not as potent. So if you look on the nutrition panel and you look at how much vitamin A and vitamin B3 is in there, well, you're not going to get those same amounts if it's expired. So, using stuff that's past the best by date, especially with Keto Chow, it's absolutely fine. We do it all the time. Not a question. Not a problem at all. Sorry, I just read Joe's. A dumb question is when the police officer asks, why were you speeding? Sometimes you have a legitimate reason.
Yeah, like your son just had a seizure.
Had a seizure, is turning blue.
And you're trying to get him to the hospital. That is one way to get through the emergency room. Like, you don't even have to sit in the waiting room because you're like,
would not recommend it though. Blaine says, hashtag licorice can't be a factor for Joe. Synergy says, I can tell you're keeping secrets from us. Good secrets from us. Anticipation.
We also got into the hospital while he was actively seizing. And that was very quickly too. We just walked right in.
Shauna says, no flavor needed for egg white powder. Sorry, I want my caramel macchiato. We don't have any news about caramel macchiato right now. Mike says, I've been mentioning Keto Chow in every Ninja CREAMi group.
Thank you for getting our back, Mike.
Joe says, Rachel got pulled over and the officer asked her, and she said she was late for traffic court for another ticket to go.
She's honest.
Jane has a good question. It says, it's hard to get egg white powder in Canada. Hope Switch Grocery will carry
We
yours.
will totally talk to them about that.
Brian emailed me today. He said, I heard that you launched... He's like, I heard that you launched egg white protein.
Sorry.
Can you guys send us some?
Yes, we will. As soon as it appears, we will.
I wrote back and I said, we did not launch it.
You know what? I mean, it's kind of nice. It'll sell before we even get it.
Our production manager lady is right now.
She's been talking.
She's putting together another order for it.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Because I think our order will sell out real fast.
Mike says, holy, Keto Chow still has vitamins, yo.
Yeah.
Alex says, hit the button. Nope. Right Family says, I hate that reason to get into the hospital.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, no. Yep. Not a good idea.
Ladies can be in labor and can't get into the hospital. Like, they were like, okay, well, sit in the waiting room for 45 minutes at least. I'm like, I'm going to, pee on the floor, but they don't care.
It's water breaking. It's not the same thing. Okay, so question.
It is pee.
Ellen made ice cream with Keto Chow in the CREAMi and thought it tasted bitter. Has anyone else experienced that?
In the CREAMi?
Yeah. I have noticed, and this is something
that it tastes salty.
with Serious Keto points out, that when you have stuff cold, it changes the flavor profile.
Yeah.
Some flavors...
It's more muted, I think.
Sweetness is reduced. That's a common thing with ice cream manufacturing, is that you have to change the flavor because it doesn't taste the same when it's frozen. And the colder it is, the more differenter it tastes.
Oh, I finally saw what you were reading.
Yep.
You said Alan.
Oh. I meant Ellen. Pam says a friend got pulled over and she offered him a donut from the one she had on the front seat.
That's
Sonny
not a
says,
good idea.
Just tell the officer you're holding in a violent eruption that you'd rather have in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Marie says, check out Ira for getting a white protein in Canada. Anyway, that's a good idea.
Thanks, Marie.
Mike says, I have no speeding tickets for 30 years and then 2 for 5 miles per hour within 2 weeks. The fine was $199 each. Can't afford another, so now I go slow and everyone passes me.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just a grandpa. No big deal.
Now, okay, so here's another good question. Kimberli has had a question about Acacia gum on the nutrition panel and how net carbs are calculated.
Okay, so the reason why it's in a weird spot, it used to be we're in a different spot, but now you can't put acacia gum as a fiber anymore.
FDA changed the definition of fiber.
But it still acts like a fiber and is a fiber. It's just not technically a fiber. So we put
Legally,
it underneath.
We can't put it in the same.
And then you can minus it out. But it's still always a good idea to kind of keep a total net or total carb count in your head, because it's nice to know what you're actually eating, because you're still eating it even if you want to minus it out.
And of all of the fibers out there, acacia gum, and Joe will say this too, acacia gum is one of the fibers that I consider a true, like, actually beneficial for ketogenic diet. Mm-hmm. When you don't digest it. When you eat it, it gets into your large intestine. Your gut bacteria says, ooh, just like that.
It turns it into butyrate.
It turns it into short chain fats, like butyrate, which you may recognize as a precursor to beta hydroxybutyrate.
Magical.
So, yes, it's a carbohydrate. You do not metabolize it into glucose. Mm-hmm. You actually, it comes into your cells as fats. And really cool fats that your gut cells love. People who have IBS will often use acacia gum as a supplement because it strengthens their gut lining. Bacteria. Mm-hmm. It closes up the gap so they don't get leaky gut anymore. Mm-hmm. Really interesting stuff. But so legally, like Miriam said, we cannot put acacia gum in the fiber section on a nutrition panel anymore. You'll also notice on those same nutrition panels, and this kills me, there aren't decimals anymore.
Oh.
Because while I was reviewing that, they are adamant that you cannot use decimals in the official nutrition panel. You have to round. It is without question, you have to round. And so to prevent us from getting sued,
you rounded.
They're now rounded, which is stupid.
Sorry.
No more 0.14 grams of stuff in things. It's just dumb. Anyway.
You just have to think everything is a 5, I guess.
I guess so. Let's see. Andrea says, I cured the bitter taste, letting the flavors. I noticed the bitterness sit overnight, then freeze it the second day.
Oh, that would make sense too.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Because just putting it in the fridge overnight, all the things are going to combine, and then putting it in the freezer the next day.
Well, because I've been mixing them up and I've been using butter as the fat source. And so I kind of sidestep all of that, letting stuff mix, because I'm using the hot water. So it dissolves all of the crystals and everything.
But thank you for telling us that.
That's a
totally
really good point, Andrea. Okay, Gina has a good question. How much daily minerals do you recommend for 40 ounces of water?
I don't remember.
Okay, so here's how I do daily minerals. Miriam doesn't like to do it this way. Okay, you can do it however you want, but this is my personal thing that works for me. I take a bottle of water. I drink down a bit. I put in a full tablespoon, which is 1 serving.
Which is a lot for 16 ounces of water.
Yes. And then I put in a packet of True Lemon. I do not drink the entire thing
in one
sitting right away. That is where everybody's like, how do you drink it all? Doesn't that hurt your stomach? No, I don't drink it all the way right then. Mm-hmm. I slowly sip it over the course of several hours. And the that's in there cuts down the weird
Makes the
flavor.
copper taste go away. But like compared to the bottle, like since it's a tablespoon per serving, and what is the serving size? 16 ounces?
It doesn't recommend an amount of water.
Oh, it just says a tablespoon per day.
It's 3 teaspoons per day.
Yeah, 3 teaspoons per day or a tablespoon. So you could put a tablespoon in 40 ounces of water. You could put 3 teaspoons in and then spread
Or you could
out.
put it on your ground beef
Yeah.
when you're cooking.
Or your steak.
Yes. Now, let's switch over to here because we actually had quite a few questions about similar stuff. So we're going to go to the Daily Minerals page because Brian called in to ask and said, I suffer from afibrillation and have really bad leg cramps at night. Would the Daily Minerals or Magnesium drops help me with that? Which ones would work better? And Danielle also had questions about how the different electrolytes work. So on the Daily Mineral page here, scroll, right here. For more information about Daily Minerals and how they fit in with other electrolyte supplements like our electrolyte drops, take a look at this blog post. So this blog post goes into really exhaustive detail. Now, I realize it's kind of like, what the heck, man? But when you get down to it, it explains what the different electrolytes do. And again, how Keto Chow electrolyte drops and the magnesium drops and the fasting drops and the Daily Minerals all fit in with a keto diet. And whether you need one or the other, I recommend reading the entire thing. I'm going to go ahead and put that into...
And read it out loud so you don't fall asleep.
Ha! I don't know about that, but yeah, so there you go. That's the whole thing about Daily Minerals.
Your looks weird today.
Oh, and Andrea says, by the way, I eat it bitter anyway.
You're amazing.
Synergy says, I noticed my creamy ice cream has a slightly salty taste to it.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that.
I actually really like it too.
I really like it too.
I actually add salt to mine sometimes.
Well, I did a video showing how I like to prepare the CREAMi, the stuff that I'm doing in the CREAMi. So I'll do 3 or 4 at a time. Where I'm mixing them up in the giant blender, but I'm only mixing them up to be 2 cups per Keto Chow. And when you mix up a Keto Chow to be 16 ounces, that's not a lot of fluid for really a lot of salt. It's very salty.
So if you want it to be less salty, put more water in it and then have it go between more containers, which I've done it the normal way, and I just put 3 into 4 containers, right? Yeah, that's what I did.
Andrea says, I take the entire shot with a nice water chaser. It's horrible, but I suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up. And now, you know what? It works really great.
Some people are able to do that just fine. Some people, it gives them, their tummy goes, nope.
I have had it, because I do a lot of it mostly in the morning on an empty stomach. And there have been some times that I put more in and I've drank a lot of water first thing in the morning and it's kind of hurt my stomach. So it just depends on... you know what you want to try. And
well, and I pioneered that water bottle with the lemon when I was fasting. Because normally with fasting, the Daily Minerals are a little strong.
Yeah.
Oh, Bev says it's 2:57 p.m. in New Zealand.
Oh, nice. It's time for an episode.
Wednesday the 3rd of November. You're a day ahead of us.
That's so cool.
Have purchased an ice cream maker. Now I just need the Keto Chow. Dogfather says salted caramel and added some Costco peanuts to crush in the CREAMi. Delicious.
So delicious.
Brian said, thank you for the link regarding electrolyte comparisons. I'm trying to cut back on my sweetened electrolytes.
Oh, that's nice.
Did I say Gina said True Lemon for the win? Love the idea. And there are actually they have True Lime as well.
I want to do some of those in the CREAMi. Just do some, now that the lemon meringue is back in stock, make some of those, add some True Lemon to it so it's extra tart.
Yep. Andrea wanted to know, talking about other products, if we've ever thought about making a flavor powder that's just flavoring or flavored syrups that are apart from the Keto Chow.
We have thought about that actually, but you'd have to piece things together. So
Also, the powder for the flavoring,
so little.
it's very concentrated.
So it would be really difficult to
It's very expensive.
do. That's why a lot of flavors have maltodextrin in them
Yep.
because it has to bulk it up. So the flavor and the sweetener. So I think it would be difficult. We have visited it though.
Yep. Mike says I make about 3/4 Keto Chow ice cream and do sorbet style sour ones for the rest.
Oh, that sounds
Lisa says, what about a kettle corn flavor? I'm trying to remember what.
like it'll get in my teeth.
I'm trying to remember what the flavor for.
For caramel popcorn is?
Yeah.
I love caramel popcorn.
No, kettle corn is different from what I'm thinking of.
Okay. I love you, Cynthia, and I you, Richard. Then let's be together. We cannot. 'Tis forbidden. No love is forbidden. Breaking abomination blood.
Good old oatmeal. Anyway, yeah, kettle corn flavor. I think the closest we've come to kettle corn would actually be the caramel macchiato. To me, that tastes like caramel popcorn. Yep. Let's see. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Michael, who doesn't like the sound of Keto Chow, on one of our Facebook ads asked, likely rhetorically, why would I eat a shake instead of eating real food?
I think you're right, Michael. You should eat real food. But some of us like shortcuts. So it's nice to have a couple shakes laying around in the fridge that you can just grab. Or having an ice cream at night. Or whatever.
Could we all take the time to cook amazing meals? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Did I have time last night to trim a brisket and put it in the smoker?
Yes, even though you had to fix the doorbell.
Technically, I had the time, but it came at the expense of spending time with my family.
Which we could have all stood around you while you cut the brisket.
That's true. And I also had to fix the doorbell. So, yeah, there are times when it's eating real food. Absolutely. It's great. Do it.
That's what you should do best.
That's what you should do best. But if you don't have the time or the skill or the energy, because maybe you got reverse rotator cuff surgery or whatever.
Surgery.
Okay.
Or
should you,
COVID.
what sort of health decisions and lifestyle and diet decisions should you be making when you can't do those sort of things? You know, do you just give up? Do you just go off plan? And that's why we made Keto Chow, was to help you with the really hard meals where you just don't know what to do.
Yep.
Or you want something that tastes like delicious apple pie, which is now back in singles and 21 meal bags.
So good. So good.
Yep. Joyce says, Autumn says she wants frosting flavors. So there you go. That's why we make Keto Chow. That's why you would have it instead of real food. Because apparently it's unreal food.
I think we should make the Pizelle recipes into apple pie. Have you guys made the Pizelle recipe? You should show them that because I keep thinking about it. I've been thinking about the Pizelle recipe all day long. It's so good. I mean, you do have to have a Pizelle maker. I mean, whatever it's called. Thingy. Formy thing. Press. Where is it?
Oh,
there it is.
there it is.
Oh my gosh. Let's make it with apple pie. And then let's take some zucchini and put it into with some apple tea and then put that together and it'd be like crispy, like
and then
apple cobbler.
Okay. Tina says, how can you make a malt flavor? So there are malt flavorings, but they generally tend to have a lot of carbohydrate.
Yeah, you have to be careful and watch for.
Now, O flavors, I believe,
they have a malt
flavor, which you could add to the chocolate. Sean says, or
don't
I'm traveling.
Don't take whoppers and stick them in there.
Don't do that.
That wouldn't do anything.
Sean says, or I'm traveling and I want to shake for a midday meal to not eat out.
Right.
Tina says, I mix true lemon into all of my citrus Keto Chow CREAMi. I heard they have true grapefruit. Yes.
Yes, I have some.
Yeah, we bought some on Amazon. Mike says shakes are real food, like ice cream is real food. Change my mind.
Yeah, it's true.
Andrew says I'd starve if I didn't have Keto Chow. My day starts at 4 a.m. 0400.
Yes.
And I don't eat until 11 p.m., 2300, or 12 midnight. That is not enough time to sleep, Andrea.
Wow.
Cut it out.
Wow.
I work full-time and I'm in college, plus a full-time mother to a special needs child.
Yes. You have so much to
Wow. Okay.
You're my hero.
I'm sorry for that, Andrea. Sabrina says, just hopped on and saw the note from Hunger Heath. Can't wait to get the giveaway. Keto Chow for the win. Let's see. Gina says, Miriam Rockwell moment. Jane says, I would have thought some sort of maple flavor would be good. It would be good.
We have tested a few maple flavors. We'll see if it comes around.
You're not a big fan of maple.
It's like syrup.
You like maple pecan donuts.
I really do.
Maple bars. The maple bar, maybe that's what it is. Nothing measures up to the maple bars. For me, it was raspberry or apple fritters. That was my favorite.
Which
I don't know
we
why.
Eat those anymore.
I had such an unhealthy relationship with apple fritters. And it was, okay, why do you have an unhealthy relationship with Pop-Tarts?
Because I couldn't have them.
As a child. Apple fritters was one of the few things, donut type things, that I ever had. And I probably had it 4 times as a child. Yeah. And it was like something that was in my head. It was just like, oh. Yeah, it's interesting the relationships we have with foods. And this is something that we've talked about in the past, that when we started keto, we had to find new restaurants.
Completely new restaurants. We never go to the same restaurants we went to before. Because you have that relationship with the food that's at that restaurant. If I went to Zupa's, I would want the chicken, the turkey bacon avocado little sandwich thing, because I love that. And every time my friends would want to go
Red
to
Robin,
I'm like, I hate you.
We would go
fries. I love those fries.
And all Chinese restaurants.
All Chinese restaurants. Yeah. So now we just we haven't gone to those restaurants that we used to go to.
We go to a lot more steakhouses, man. And we never went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Never.
Before we started keto.
And now that's some place we go to a lot.
Caddis Keto says, when I make the Pizelle recipe, my husband eats them up.
What the heck? You got to make them.
They are delicious. Right Family says, sometimes people need some extra. Keto Chow gives us the extra.
Yes.
Rhonda says, yeah, me too. Loved apple fritters. That would be an interesting...
No.
I probably should not even try to replicate apple fritters as a keto recipe, because it would be a
keto orange roll, but apple.
It'd probably be
cinnamon.
Andrew says there's no time for sleep. Degree first, then sleep. You can sleep when you're dead. Anyway, maybe LOL. I'm not used to sleeping for now. Weekends I sleep like a baby. So when you sleep like a baby, does that mean you wake up every 30 minutes and cry? That was from...
Mute this so I can cough. Just push it one time. I have to hold it.
Now except I'm not muted. Anyway, there's a book called Babyhood by Paul Reiser, and he talks about how after they have a baby,
funny book.
He's like,
people say you sleep like a baby. Does that mean you wake up every 2 hours and cry?
Well, what he said is, my wife and I slept like a baby. The baby my wife and I cried like a baby. The baby, on the other hand, cried like a 30-year-old angry woman. Anyway, let's see. Mike says, my mom dislikes maple because as a child in Maine, they used it as sugar all the time.
Oh, and so she's like, I want a real sugar.
Brenda says, I really like home cooking over restaurant food more than I ever have since being on keto.
Yeah.
And that's one problem when you start to learn how to cook really well.
Good.
All of a sudden.
Nothing is as good.
Yeah. Sean,
especially if you go to like a steakhouse and then get the steak that's not cooked well, so then you start eating salads. Every time
I could have done this at home. I think that's why we
better.
I think that's why we like going to Brazilian steakhouses.
Yeah, because it's good.
Now, Brazilian steakhouses we went to before keto.
Yeah, we go more now.
We do go more.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shauna says I have to avoid a bakery when I go scrapbook. They usually have 7 or more different flavors of fritters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rhonda says, I thought about trying to make apple fritters using
I know.
chayote. That would probably work really well.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says, but they also have wonderful breakfast protein bowls I order online, and my friend picks them up.
Nice.
Meg says, chocolate peanut butter pudding with caramel flavoring is
Oh, that does sound good.
That does sound good. Jerry says, I run far away from anything that looks like a fritter. I am too much of an addict, and I can't handle that kind of temptation.
Yep, that's us too.
Patty, you went to Brasso last night, and you didn't invite us?
Dang it.
What the heck?
We could have met you there.
And Mike says he's never tried a Brazilian steakhouse. Mike,
come back to Utah and we'll take you.
We were in Las Vegas.
Why didn't you come with us?
We should have invited Mike. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
He was there. Dang it.
Okay. Last one question. Somebody wanted to know, has anyone, speaking of lots of protein, has anyone ever gotten protein sweats from Keto Chow?
Oh, not from Keto Chow.
Not from Keto Chow. Now, here's the thing. People always talk about meat sweats. I think I personally have never gotten meat sweats. Ever. Not
I
once.
could have got it once.
Like, I've gone to Brazilian barbecue
and you just
where I was fasting the day before. I ate so much meat, never gotten meat sweats. So I don't even know what they mean by that. So
I think I've got it once. It's just I just got sweaty for a second and then it was gone. It was like a hot flash.
Patty says treated oldest to his 30th birthday.
Oh.
You think your children are more important than we are, Patty?
Happy birthday.
Well, you're right.
To your little one.
Mike says maybe next time. Right, family's having fun with spell check. John says go to Utah. Last time I got taken to Brazilian steakhouse.
That's
twice
right. That's
in
right.
2 nights.
That's right.
Cindy says that loves your products but will not buy Maria's because Craig is being a jerk.
Oh, sorry.
I don't like drama. I like llamas. Llamas are funny.
Llamas are funny.
Yeah, they are. Lisa says, way to go, Andrea. Patty says, I'll meet you there tomorrow. Well, we can't go there tomorrow. We're thinking about going actually next week with Peter Ballerstedt.
Oh. We could go next week with Peter Ballerstedt.
Yeah, except we've got so much stuff going on. Living G Ford is on.
I'll meet you there tomorrow.
So next Monday?
I'll leave, Chris.
Next Monday, I have to go, or one of us has to go with our 2 children to the Utah Safe Driving presentation.
Oh, that's so lame.
You're
going to.
Their theme is don't drive stupid.
Don't be stupid.
No, it's don't drive stupid.
Mandatory.
Mandatory. Yeah.
But it does say over and over, if you can't attend, you need to contact Coach so-and-so.
Yeah, but he says we used to go to this Brazilian barbecue that did buy one, get one on Wednesday nights. I don't know why I've not checked it to see if they're still doing it.
Sounds amazing.
And Patty says, make it a meetup. There you go. Okay, well, we need to get off. We've been on for an hour.
I'm having fun. I don't want to get off.
Well, too bad.
I want to.
What do you want to talk about?
Did we finish all the words?
Yeah.
I didn't see any word that says rhetoric.
All the words. See
Tell me what you're grateful for. It's Thanksgiving month.
I already told you what I was grateful for. I have fingers that work.
Well, what are you grateful for this evening?
My right glute is not hurting as bad today as it has since I tried to do surfing when we were with Holly and Steve.
Well, good.
It's been just painful. Now, here's the thing. I would much rather that I have a pain in my butt than a pain in my back. And I've had that happen before where I've basically had the same thing.
Yeah.
And like standing up, and I was like, what did I do? Did I like sleep wrong?
Just worked out for 5 minutes.
Oh, no. So I'm really grateful that my back does not hurt.
Oh, I'm grateful your back does not hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I am grateful that I did not get hit by a car today.
Were you trying to?
I went across the sidewalk. I walked with Ruth over to the church this evening. Okay. That's why I was cold. And it's a little bit of a busy street, and there's a crosswalk, and it's a corner, and it's people walk across there all the time.
It is
there was enough
crosswalk
space to I walked fast, but I had to walk fast, but they didn't even blink an eye and they just kept going and I didn't get hit.
That might have been, I sometimes just totally
Just
space.
go, you just go blow right
That
through
when
there.
someone is on the crosswalk right there,
They have the right of way.
They have the right of way. And I forget that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and so the first time walking over there, Ruth was walking slow and I said, hurry, hurry. Because we had enough space to go in front of them if we walked a little fast.
Okay.
But the second time, I had to run.
Okay. Laura has a question about Black Friday.
Oh, we will announce it pretty soon. We'll do an email, and then we have a landing page ready for it. So in a couple of weeks, we'll have everything up and available so that you can see and make your plans.
Which I will completely just admit, announcing the Black Friday stuff ahead of time is a terrible idea from a business perspective. Because once we do that, orders
drop.
Yep.
That's true.
New people who aren't familiar with Keto Chow will still continue to order, but the people who are watching this live stream, pretty much all of them, as soon as we announce it,
wait for you.
They're going to stop.
That's okay.
Yep. But we do that.
I love you anyway.
We prefer to let you know what it is ahead of time than to have people go, well, why didn't you tell me what it was? And it's like, well.
Yeah. Well, and it used to be like a lot of places did have surprises, but now everybody still does them ahead of time. And so we're like, well, let's just do it too.
I was talking to someone, they're like, well, where does it stop? I ordered 3 years ago. Can't I? It's like, no.
Nice.
Brian says, thank you for another awesome live. Miss catching the AM one, so really appreciate it. DFN.
Thank you.
Andrew says, Miriam missed us.
Did.
Shauna's taking off. And she says, a half a butt pain?
Yeah, Chris is half of a butt pain.
Andrew says, I'm thankful you are feeling better. So he says, I'm grateful I only broke a toe and not my foot.
Oh, I'm sorry you broke a toe. Still.
I'm glad you only broke a toe.
Yeah.
Gary says, tried Keto Chow drink this morning and kept me full till late this afternoon. Wow. Jerry says, not going to stop. Shauna says, I won't stop. I don't want to lose my number one in orders. Mike says, thank you for the Black Friday sales. Andrew says, they have no idea what they'll be missing if they stop.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
Don't stop. What's that song? I sang it wrong.
Don't Stop Believing?
I think I was combining two songs together.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, I guess we can stop.
Okay, well, you all have a fantastic day. I got some new footage for our backdrop today.
Okay.
I sent the drone up, pointed it at the mountains, great lighting, left it up there for 8 minutes.
Wow.
And then I made it loop.
Is it going to make my hair look bad again?
The hair was bad just because of the lighting. It wasn't the backdrop. Don't stop.
It was the green screen. It wasn't the backdrop.
Sean says, okay, bye. Thinking about tomorrow. All right, we're out. Have a good night. What?
I'm what are you doing?
It's still there.
I'm grateful for you guys.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You push the button. It's right there. I always cut you off.
Bye-bye.